So, I mean, long story short, we've been together going on 4 years now. Like I say, we had our ups and downs. We had our little attitudes that we had to deal with and stuff like that. She had her little attitude. I had my little attitude. Sometimes I get in my little Caribbean mood where I get in my little Caribbean way. Say my little Caribbean words when I'm a little angry and stuff like that. She does the same thing when she gets a little mad. She won't speak Filipino, but she would get so mad that sometimes I don't even understand a goddamn thing she's saying. So what I normally do when she get in that mood, I just kind of just stay quiet and, let her get out of her mood and not really say anything. When she's done, I'm like, you all right? And then we just move on from there. Hey, how you doing, folks? As always, first of all, peace and love, man. Peace and love to everyone. This video is about answering a question that I normally get a lot from a lot of people. They want to know how I met Grace. They want to know how this Caribbean guy with that funny accent, met that girl from the Philippines, with her funny accent. Well, it's not really a long story. I met Grace through a mutual friend of ours. Me and this girl used to work together. We worked for a home health agency. So, we had a lot of patients together. So we would run into each other a lot. And she always used to tell me about this girl named Grace. So I was like, well, who the hell is this Grace and what does she look like? So she ended up showing me some pictures of Grace. She's all right, she's not really what I'm really looking for in a woman, not because she was Filipino, I think Filipino women are very, very, Filipino women are very great. I think they're some of the best women, that you can find out here. Americans, Caribbean women, British women, don't get upset at me. I'm just speaking facts. That Philippine women, there's some very, very loyal and good women if you find the right one. But anyway, getting back to the story. And as I'm talking, I'm going to walk. This is what I normally do. I like to be out here in the desert moving around. When she first showed me the picture of Grace, I was like, not my style. One, she was too short and she was too light-skinned. I'm a brother, as you can see, I'm a super dark chocolate dude, and I kind of like my ladies somewhat dark, just like me too. But she kept bugging me and saying, well, you got to meet my friend because, I always keep talking about you. So you really do have to meet her. And I said, why not? So one Friday, she kind of set it up for me to come on over to Grace's apartment to meet them. And I was like, why not? I'm doing some home care visit close by. So why not just go by and see what, she's all about. So I went by the place. I saw Grace. So I went by the place and Grace opened the door. And I was very shocked. So this nice, cute, tight, sexy body female opened the door. She was dressed in this nice pair of cut-off jeans and a crop top. I was like, oh my God, this girl looked nothing like what I saw in the picture. Anyway, I gotta, stay cool. So I kind of kept my cool. Walked in the door, sat down at the table. Our mutual friend was there. We said our pleasantries, and she went back to doing what she was doing, looking down at her computer, doing her documentation, for that day. But anyway, me and Grace, we started talking. And little did I know, so funny how she and I have so much in common. You know, granted, I grew up all the way down in the Caribbean. She grew up all the way out in the Philippines. But it turns out that our lives was similar to each other the way we were raised. You know, I always tell people I'm never ashamed to say, you know, what I came from. I grew up dirt poor. You know, we really didn't have much. You know, my bed was on the floor. Her stories were similar. You know, their bed was on the floor, but at least they had that that mat that they could put on the floor. We didn't have nothing like that. You know. But anyway, we can skip all of that right there. And stay there for about an hour. Had something to eat. And I left, went downstairs. The friend walked me downstairs. So Grace came downstairs with a bag of garbage. And I got in my car. And I kind of took a glance at her. And she glanced over at me. What is this? Oh, this is an Indian ceremony thing here, where they put rocks on top of each other for past loved ones. But anyway, I'm going to respect this site, and I'm going to turn around and go back down this way. I don't want to mess with anyone's culture. But like I was saying, when I came downstairs, the friend walked me downstairs, and I saw Grace came down, throwing out a garbage bag, and our eyes caught each other. And I say to myself, I say, you know something? I think this girl is digging me. You know, so I'm kind of like puffing out my chest, like, yeah, I think she really likes me. And deep down inside, I felt the same way too. So I kind of knew right then and there that she probably was going to be a girl that I can see myself talking to. I'm just going to get out this side here, folks. I just want to respect this cultural site here that these folks set up here. So I'm going to get away from here. Probably find a spot over here. Sit. Make sure I don't see any squiggly, crawly little things around me before I sit down. And then I'll continue the story. I'm going to cut this off and then pick it up later. But anyway, back to what I was saying earlier, you know, as far as how I met Grace. You know, like I said, that day, continue on from when she came downstairs, I saw her when she brought down the garbage downstairs, and our eyes made contact with each other. And I said right then and there, I knew that she was going to be a woman that I really wanted to be with. Anyway, a week went by. I couldn't really stop thinking about her. I say to myself, you know, I got to meet this girl again. But what I didn't want it to do, I didn't want to tell her friend that I really wanted to meet her, because I think it would become as a shocking news when I tell her that I want to meet her friend again. So I didn't do that. So I didn't have Grace's number, and I didn't want to ask a friend for her number. You know, like I said, I just wanted to try to keep it nice, calm, and cool. So I went by her apartment complex one day. I had a couple of patients over there to see, so I decided I was going to stop by, you know, see if she's there, have a conversation, see if I can actually ask her out or something like that. But knocked on the door, there was no answer. She wasn't there. I said, okay, all right, I guess, you know, maybe she's either at work or she's out doing something. And I was walking, as I was walking down the stairs, I saw this car pulled up, and this girl got out. And, you know, I looked, and it was Grace. And she says, are you looking for your friend? I said, no, I came here looking for you. So she says, oh, why? You know, I have to think of something quick. I didn't know what to say. So I said, why the hell not? Just tell her the truth. I said, no, I came by here looking for you because I actually wanted to talk to you. She says, oh, okay, all right. I said, you know, am I disturbing you? Are you expecting company? She says, no. She says, as a matter of fact, she was on her way to see someone, and she decided to turn around. I said, wow, what a coincidence. You know, because I said, if you weren't here, I said, since you weren't here, I wasn't going to come back again because it would be a sign to tell me, hey, leave her alone. She says, well, I'm glad you came. I said, yeah, I'm glad I came too. Anyway, we went inside, we sat down, we started talking. I let her know, how I really felt about her, the first time I saw her, and she was the same. So I guess, hey, I couldn't be happier than that. So I said, well, how come a girl like you don't have a boyfriend? That's a long story that we not even going to get into. And she asked me the same thing. She says, well, what about you? And I said, well, yeah, I was in a long-term relationship, and for the past couple of years, things hasn't really been working out. So, I was just looking for the right time to say, hey, that maybe we need to just end this relationship. And meeting you, I think was the right time. Anyway, weeks go by, months go by, started talking, went out a little bit, do some things here and there. I knew I really wanted to be with her, but just coming out of a long-term relationship, I wasn't really ready to jump back into another relationship like that, because sometimes, you can meet a person maybe for the first month or so and they put on their best game, so I wanted to be careful. So it actually took me a whole year before me and Grace got really, really serious. 1 whole year. That's how careful I really was. And, I thought it was the best thing that I ever did, was to give myself some time, and her giving herself some time, and it worked out well. We're going on 4 years, and I really don't have any complaint. So far, everything's been really good. Anyway, man, peace out. If you guys like what you see, man, hey, man, like and subscribe, man. Give the brother some love and support, man. All right, peace out, folks.